When I read about Tyshawn Lee, the 9-year-old kid who was allegedly murdered by gang members in Southside Chicago in order to send a message to a rival gang his father might have ties to, I have to ask myself, what are we doing in this country?
Probably the most abhorrent, cowardly, unfathomable crime that I've witnessed in 35 years of policing.
Tyshawn was on his way to his grandmother's on Monday afternoon when he joined others in the alley near her house. That's when the boy was swept up into a bloody feud here involving two rival factions of the same gang. His execution was the latest in a series of vengeful assaults going back months.
Let this sink in. You live in America where people systematically stalk and execute 9-year-olds in broad daylight. This wasn't collateral damage from a gang-on-gang street fight where the bullets went the wrong way. This was a rational, calculated decision to murder an innocent 9-year-old kid. That's inner-city violence on a savage level. And we let it happen. Because every time inner-city violence makes headline news, these political morons we call politicians start shucking and jiving about background checks, gun licenses, corporate indemnity, and the availability of guns. There are millions of white, Black, Spanish, and Asian people, just like me, who have access to all the guns they want and also had access to both of their parents, if not necessarily under the same roof. Access to a decent education system, and access to hope. But these kids, they live in abject poverty, broken homes, and a pathetic education system that treats them like a necessary evil instead of future contributors to society. Trying to fix their condition with bullshit background checks is insulting. Let me be clear. The kids who killed 9-year-old Tyshawn Lee are savage. Too far gone. Creations of a messed up environment no different than suburban savages going on shooting rampages at their high school. You can't excuse savage behavior. There's no coming back from that. Don't fool yourself. Everybody ain't salvageable. You don't slap monsters on the wrist expecting them to come out and be a better person. But y'all want to keep talking about background checks and gun-free zone signs when we talking savages. Yet you won't lock up the actual savages who are wiping their ass with the existing gun laws. How much do you want to bet the kids who killed Tyshawn Lee had criminal records? How much do you want to bet they've been arrested in illegal possession of a gun? How much do you want to bet we could have taken them off the street under the existing federal gun laws? If we don't enforce our laws against perpetrators of terror, who are the laws for? They shot Tyshawn Lee in the face like he was nothing. That's pure evil. You can't legislate away evil. You can't ignore it and hope it goes away. You have to get on your hands and knees and root it out the hard way. If you're not willing to talk about solving the real issues causing the violence in the inner city, take your universal background checks, your gun-free zone signs, and any other reasonable gun control measure back to your box of disingenuous talking points and shut up. Because when it comes to the issue of inner city violence, gun control is nothing more than a massive distraction, taking the focus away from very real issues. This is not about a gun problem, it's about people. And if we're all supposed to be Americans, let's start acting like it, because we're only as strong as our weakest link.